Haunted Mansion. With the new Haunted Mansion coming out next month, I'm uploading this review because I want to review this movie tied to that one, and I'm reviewing it now though, even though we're a month away from that movie, just because I'll be busy tackling the rest of the Transformers movies, Mission Impossible movies, and starting the week after I drop this video, Ninja Turtle movies. So I won't have time to circle back to this one, so I'm going to review it now and talk about it. This is a movie that I actually like. And some people might actually go, whoa, 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 whoa. Did you just say you like this movie? Some of you hardcore Disney fans might actually just gotten offended right now. And I will say, I'm not going to review this movie positively, but I do like this movie somewhat. And the reason why is I'm a big Eddie Murphy fan. I enjoy the Nutty Professor movies and like stupid shit like that. I find that stuff funny. It's not good, but because I'm an Eddie Murphy fan and I just find it funny, yeah, it's not well written. Yeah, it's not smart in any way. I like that. And so this movie has a lot of those Eddie Murphy isms that I like. And so therefore I kind of enjoy this movie. I kind of enjoy throwing this movie on around October, even though it's not great. Eddie Murphy's fun in the role. And yeah, it's not good. But let's get into why this movie's not good. Because this was a box office failure. Disney for a while has been trying to make a lot of their attractions into movies. And this one, out of all of them, other than Pirates of the Caribbean, could have worked. Out of the ones they've tried anyways. There's some other ones that they haven't fully tried yet that they could also make work. This one is one of them that could have worked. But the problem with this movie and the problem with adapting this ride is that ride, Walt Disney, his Imagineers, and his team did such a great job of blending family-friendly horror, where you got some stuff that'll freak out the kids and scare them just enough, but it's also kind of goofy and they can laugh along with it too. And so and that's great because when the kids eventually grow up and they don't find that stuff as scary anymore, they're adults, they can find it kind of goofy and laugh along. So it creates this awesome, fun ride experience. But it makes it a little bit tricky to adapt to the film because there's two ways you could take this project. Well, there's really three ways, but the two most obvious ways are you can go full comedy with it and take very little of it seriously, and then you can go full scariness with it, which obviously Disney would never do. Sorry, there's a fly right there. I don't want to kill it. Excuse me. I'll kill it in a minute. Anyways, there's a way you could take that Disney would never do. Obviously, they're not going to go full horror with this. It wouldn't fit their brand, especially back when this movie came out. Maybe now they'd be more willing to do something like that, but even now, I don't think they would actually do that. But they definitely leant more into the comedy, right? Eddie Murphy's in this movie. Obviously, you can expect some pretty goofy jokes. Like I said, Eddie Murphy does his Eddie Murphy isms. But he couldn't save this movie. First of all, this movie is more about Eddie Murphy and his wife and their crisis and all this stuff. There's established character arcs that don't really play out very well. A lot of the writing's very weak on that front. Like, for example, early on in the movie, they set up this kind of thing with some spider, and how his sons are scared of spiders, and how he's teaching him not to be scared or such a wimp, basically, kind of thing. And that's kind of like, yeah, I can see how they could pull that off with these ghosts and things, but they don't do that right in the movie. The ghosts are super well adapted. A lot of them kind of actually look ugly sometimes. Some of them look okay, other ones just look ugly. The CGI isn't great for a movie that came out in 2007. The movie's not very fun overall, and it's just kind of boring because it's like this generic stuff that you've seen before in like a million family movies. And then you got the ghost mix in there, which don't take enough up of the movie have that much imagination in there and life to it. It's just really not a very strong movie. The wife character's really bland. The kids are really bland. It's really only Eddie Murphy who's really trying to carry this movie. And Wallace Shawn is also fun in this movie. And there's a way to make this movie work. This just wasn't the right approach. I think this new one actually looks like it might be leaning in the more right approach of it. Who knows if it actually will be, something that actually works. But I think that, I have a feeling that honestly it won't be good, the new one. I'm really hoping that's not true. But just the way I've been seeing Disney promote and talk about that movie, it doesn't really sound like they understand how to make this property into a film, which is very unfortunate. I think you need someone like a David S. Sandberg to kind of make a project like this. I think that would actually be really cool because David S. Sandberg, has experience making kind of family-friendly movies with stuff like Shazam, which aren't the most family-friendly, but, they're about family. Families tend to watch them together. And he has that horror kind of level tackled with stuff like Annabelle. I think he can bring that stuff together to make a really solid Haunted Mansion movie if Disney would give him the creative control and things like that. I think that would be a great idea, but who knows?